Hello Scorpio, this is your June forecast for 2017, and I can see how you last month really was focusing more on your relationship, how to balance it, how to have a little bit more time together, right? But this month, I feel it's more like how are you now sharing that time that you made up for last month. So June is all about going one level deeper, and having Mars in this area for you, you've been relating quite deep with your partner, but also looking into your shared resources. That's pretty much been what May was all about. Where's the money going? How are you saving it? What are the dividends, the return on investment, how to invest, and what to invest in. So I can feel you've been navigating and doing so much research and so forth. That's going to start letting up a little bit as Mars moves out of this area into your 9th house. Then I'm feeling for you, Scorpio, you're going to be dreaming and feeling more of a longing for a vacation, and probably not just right out of town, but more long distance, because Mars is going to be moving into your 9th house for foreign countries, people and places. I can also see how some of you might start researching or wanting to take on a course or thinking about how you can deepen the knowledge bank that you already have. So I think that the decisions you're making there when Mars moves in, that won't be before the 4th, but then you will have it there for a long time, especially straight throughout this month and into that of July. So those decisions will have a long-term effect. Mars only goes through this area once every 2 years. So even if you don't embark upon that journey, it's the decisions and the conclusions you come to, the goals that you are preparing for, that can come into fruition within a 2-year period. However, though, it's like whatever it is now, since we're talking about preparations, right? The 9th house is always that preparational stage for career. So when it moves into your 10th house, where you're going to see this is when you're going to rise to the highest occasion of the last 2 years. And I'm sensing that this is going to be great. More on that when we get into July. But this month is super important that you think ahead and act upon those things that can open up doors for you in the next month or two. We have Venus, which is in your 6th house for health, diets, the foods that you eat. You might pay a little bit more attention to what you're eating and how you're spending your day-to-day time, as far as like taking a little time off for yourself, your routines and so forth. I feel also that last month, as Venus was cruising through Aries, you were taking on new strategies, weren't you? So whatever it is you've honed in on insight and feeling that you've initiated, this will now become even more so important as you're incorporating it in a different way as Venus is going to change signs. On the 6th, out of Aries, which is taking on leadership, to now grounding what that leadership has done for you. I feel you've been like staircasing, stepping up, and now you're reaching a different platform. And from here, in June, you will come to see how Venus is going to radiate. You're balancing it beautifully. You have all reason to be proud of yourself, Scorpio. I feel that you're radiant and extra charismatic as we move into the last 3 weeks of June, because why? You are feeling very, very good about yourself, with all good reasons, and also where you're receiving a lot of love. This is a partnership month where Venus is going to be smiling in your relationship. And even if you're single, remember you always have a relationship primarily always with oneself, right? So you could come to meet somebody this month, as it's only once a year that we will have the transit of Venus in that 7th house, which is all about long-term relationships. Let's talk about the moons, because we got that full moon on the 9th, and for you, this will be your 2nd house for money. So when this area is illuminated, you could come to receive some good money. It's something you've been working for, so it's not just like unexpected. You have Saturn in your 2nd house for your income streams. You might have felt that you've been pulling a whole lot more weight, have been taking on a whole lot more responsibility. And here comes this full moon, which is going to not just say gratify it, but giving you back some of all of that hard work that you've done. So I feel this is a great time for you to look at money manifest for you. On the 24th, we have the new moon, and this is showing up in your area of the 9th house, which has to do with long distance travel. Maybe you're longing to take that trip. We did mention that Mars is going to be moving into this area as well. So maybe you will make, maybe on the spur of the moment type decision to go somewhere. And you know what? It's going to be very active. Mars is always a super machine when it's out and about traveling. I can see how you're just really spreading your wings, having a great time. So we got Jupiter going direct this month, thank God, right? It has been sleeping for several months, so June 10th, this is when she reawakens. Slowly though, because such a big body, from having gone backwards to stopping to move forward and pick up speed to its normal orbit takes a few weeks, but at least it's not retrograde, and Jupiter for you is in your 12th house for your subconsciousness, your inner spiritual self. Hopefully that you have been getting a little bit more rest as it's been in the 12th house, because it's been needing it. And listen, you only have a few degrees left to go to get out of that 12th house, and you're going to start a new 12-year cycle, all right, when Jupiter crosses the ascendants into your first house. So right now, all that's been going on in your mind, your higher mind, and your subconscious mind has been looking back at where you were 12 years ago. What started 12 years ago? Whatever that was for you personally, this is the conclusion. This is the ending, the wrapping up of. And so you are preparing for a totally new 12-year cycle. You will feel it. This is not taking place yet this month. We'll talk about that here in a month or two down the road. But anyway, listen, there is a decision that you're going to be looking at. This has to do with your finances. June 1st. I don't think that it necessarily is something unexpected. It feels like you've seen it coming. Maybe there's an expense or a choice of which direction to take. So once the decision is taken, then there's a sense of relief. It's the journey towards the decision that can sometimes be a little difficult, because it's like, do I go this or that direction? Do I choose this or that into my life? But once the choice is made, you're freed up. So you will feel that already on the 3rd. There's great news coming in to you, Scorpio, and this is when Venus and Uranus meet up in a conjunction. So there's unexpected news. This is in the area, I feel, that could come either from one of your co-workers. It is the 6th house for work, not necessarily your career per se, but how you work. Maybe it's you getting some kind of grand idea or a full-out download of a certain concept. If so, it has success written all over it, because it will hit you like a lightning bolt. That is what Uranus does. And it's incorporating your value systems, what you believe in, what you have worked for, your financial situation. And it's being empowered by the same day, the aspect, the Sun, meaning you, and Jupiter, which still is retrograde on the 3rd. It's going to go direct on the 10th. However, after a retrograde and a planet moves out of it, it always leaves a gift on the doorstep. So this could be a gift coming from Jupiter to you. It is a trine, so it is a beautiful golden triangle, and it's coming unexpectedly. The Sun is in your 8th house for finances, and Jupiter the 12th house. So it's like something from behind the veil is going to come to you like a huge wow factor. So congratulations with it. Keep me in the loop whenever that good news is for you. It could also be an opportunity, of course, but you will know what it is when it arrives. On the 6th, we have Mars, which is moving out from the area of Gemini, where you've been doing research, looking into your, I won't say your finances as far as like what you're getting from week to week or month to month. It has been more so your savings and your investments and so forth. When it moves from here into your 9th house, you're going to be more concerned with travel, getting wind under your wings, changing things up, the dynamics. It's more like the horizon is coming back up with new goals for you. So that's going to be very exhilarating. Venus on the 6th will be moving into Taurus. We mentioned that. So it's going to be more you and your partner and energy being shared between the two of you. But on the 9th, Venus and Mars are coming into such a beautiful sextile, which is a harmonious aspect. This is the romantic date of the month. So make sure to circle that on your calendar and have a date night. If you're single, don't sit at home. This is a time that you might just come to meet that special other. On the 13th, though, here is news delivered by Mercury. Mercury is the messenger, and it's delivering news from Jupiter, which is now direct. Jupiter is always extremely generous. It's the big planet of happy-go-lucky. It's a money planet, too. Not saying it necessarily has to be about money, but it's about something that you truly are going to come to appreciate. Mercury is then at this point here in your 8th house, and it's bringing a gift from behind the veil because that's where Jupiter is. On the 18th, there is a choice. I feel that it's a choice where you're going to need to maybe dig a little bit, find some more information. This has to do with money either that you're going to be putting out, I feel, but it's not going to be an arm or a leg. It's more like you thinking, should I do this or should I wait? Should I do it now or wait? On the 20th, we spoke about that romantic date, right, with Venus and Mars. Now it's Venus and Neptune, which is Venus on steroids. It's that higher dimensional octave of Venus, ultra sensitive. Instead of just a physical union on Earth between two partners, it's a spiritual union. It's more cosmic love, if you wish. So it's that higher dimensional energy. For those of you who are artists, you will experience this through the expression of your art, music, dance, whatever it is that you do. It's like a full download, open pipeline. It's your antennas are out there. So you will love, love, love this day. And even if you're not an artistic type person, you could feel and appreciate it, even though you don't express it or create it. On the 21st, we got changes. This is both the Sun and Mercury changing signs coming out of your 8th house, the sign of Gemini, where it's been working up to this point this last month, and coming into the 9th house, joining Mars, which has already been plowing the field, and you're going to follow the footsteps of it. So if you haven't traveled yet, you might have been making preparations for it. But then here, after the 21st, fantastic time for you to start your vacation. It will allow you to really nurture your souls, your family members, or whoever it is that you might be traveling with. And it's joyful, absolutely. The Sun is you, Mercury's communication, Mars is dynamic energy. All of them are in there, and then again, with the new moon there on the 24th, right? That's going to open up a whole lot for you. So a beautiful time here as we're looking towards the end of June. On the 24th, this can mean two things. Venus and Pluto, both of them are either romance and passion, right? Venus being romance and Pluto passion, but Venus can also be values or money or the things that you appreciate. And Pluto is big money, right? So when these two come together in a golden trine like this, either way, whether it's the romantic side of the scale or it's the profit, money side of the scale, it's going to be big. It's going to be great. Circle this on your calendar. This can be a very, very passionate, love and romantic type day, or it could be a big day where you're going to be receiving money or signing a check or receiving something that you have worked for, because it's not just out of the blue kind of thing. I feel it's something that you have worked for some time and that you now deserve, and you're in receipt of it. 25th, there might be a little bit of an uneasy energy. This is Mars and Jupiter. They're not seeing eye to eye. They're in a square. Mars wants one thing, Jupiter wants another thing. And so it's all trying to get on the same page with whoever you might be having these discussions with. Just know that it can flare up because Mars is of course very fertile right now, and Jupiter doesn't do anything in small measures, you know, so it can really grow, right? So just beware, but it's going to move quickly. It might just linger a day or two. So we're ending off this month here with knowing that things have changed. We are up and running. Our Venus-Jupiter is now happy-go-lucky again. So this prepares us for what we can see now in July. And July, already I can see that that's going to be a great month for you. So I am looking forward to seeing you. So thank you for watching and following. Thank you for all your comments. I totally appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Bye now.